She promises the Lord that if the Lord gave her a son, she will give him back to the Lord for the Lord's purpose. Hannah leaves the temple. She and her family go back home. Soon after Hannah becomes pregnant with a son, she names Samuel. There is no question that Hannah is grieving. She is grieving the loss of her identity as a woman. She is grieving the loss of her capacity to bear children. She is grieving the expectations of a society that places the responsibility to bear children on her shoulders and none on that of her husband. She is grieving being misunderstood by her husband of all people. She's grieving sisterhood and friendship with the one person she thought may understand her pain, a woman living in her house with her, Peninnah. We are like Hannah in so many ways. We carry grief with us. We hold grief and loss in our bones. We grieve the loss of our identity. Before we can get in the door good, we are already labeled as emotionally out of control, angry black women. We grieve the loss of our capacity. As we age, we are faced with the reality that we aren't who we used to be. We can't eat what we used to eat. We don't have the same strength we once had. We don't have the same amount of hair, help me, Holy Ghost, we once had. And so we grieve the loss of our hair, the loss of our figure, the loss of our energy and our ability to bear children. But not only that, we grieve the loss of our value in society. Our parents and grandparents instilled in us confidence that we come from a lineage of kings and queens, but the news would say otherwise. Our wages and salaries would say otherwise. Our job values our late nights and our overtime, but not enough to get us the support we need or pay us more. We grieve the loss of relationships. We wanted it to work. We did all the right things, but it didn't work out. It's over, and now we must start over. We grieve the loss of friendships and sisterhood. The season of that friendship is over. We thought it was going to be forever. We thought it could stand the test of time, but the friendship is over. And then we grieve the loss of sisterhood. Can I just hang out here for a moment? You thought that since she was a sister, she would be your friend. I mean, we are both black women. We're familiar with the struggles of our people and struggles of other black women that I'd say that she was a sister, and yet she is jealous. Why's she jealous of me? Doesn't she understand that we both desire something that we don't have? Why is it always a competition? I'm just talking to the women right now. Why is it always a competition between us? Did I tell you she was a sister? Why is it that I have to watch my back more with my sisters than with my brothers? We grieve the loss of people, jobs, and more. We not only grieve what was, but we grieve what could have been, what might have been. We grieve our actions and even our inaction. We grieve because loss is real, and in order to reconcile this new normal with what was, it requires that we acknowledge the loss. And one thing about grief, it shows up when, where, and how it wants to. Grief is inevitable. We will experience loss at some point in time in our lives. It is a part of the lived experience. However, we can still model excellence in the face of grief. And so that brings me to the question, how does Hannah help us? How does Hannah serve as an example of modeling excellence in the face of grief? Well, I'm so glad you asked the question. Hannah, the first point we see here is that Hannah serves as an example of modeling excellence in the face of grief because Hannah brings her pain honestly to God. Hannah brings her pain honestly to God. It says whenever Hannah went up to the house of the Lord, she was provoked, she was weeping, she was in the house of the Lord praying in her deep anguish, weeping before the Lord. On her